The next honourable member from the EFF, Honourable Twala, for 2 minutes.
No, thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Let this budget and this additional funding go and solve the issues that are faced with the downtrodden and the dejected masses of our society. Let this budget and this allocation solve the issue of lack of services in eThekwini, in the dilapidated infrastructure, and those who are living in squalor and languishing in poverty and still stacked like sardines in halls under the GPU government. Let this budget help those who are suffering and the plight and the pain of our people and the dignity be restored on this budget allocation. We only have two options. The KZN money bill, there's no legislation or to amend any bill. In the absence of section 120 of the 120 section 3 of the Constitution, it's either we do two things: we amend the current money bills, or we reject, we accept, or we amend the money bill. Sorry for that. Ordinary bills may be amended by the legislature, but not money bills that we currently do not have the legislation of. Therefore, we are saying as the EFF, we accept this additional funding to go and resolve the issues of our people that are still suffering in areas of eThekwini at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honourable Twala. The next honourable member from the NFP, Honourable MEC Shinga, for 2 minutes. Honourable members, Honourable Chief Whip from the opposition, please can you ask your members to keep it down? Thank you.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, Honourable Premier, Honourable members of the executive, Honourable members Sanbonani, the NFP rise to congratulate the MEC and in support of KwaZulu-Natal Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025, with the understanding that the budget is not just about numbers, it is about the people, service delivery, and addressing the urgent needs of our communities. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the bill comes at a critical time when our province faces severe economic hardships, high unemployment rate, infrastructure challenges, and an ongoing crisis of gender-based violence. The NFP's position has always been clear. The allocation of resources must be felt by the people on the ground, especially the poor, the unemployed, and the most vulnerable communities. Honourable Speaker, we cannot ignore the reality that women and children in the province continue to live in fear. The NFP has consistently called for increased investment on GBV intervention programs, and we are pleased to see more progress on this budget. However, we must ensure that more funding is allocated to safe houses and victim support services. Our law enforcement agencies are better resourced to respond to cases of domestic violence. Economic empowerment programs for women are expanded, reducing their vulnerability to abuse. Finally, the Honourable Deputy Speaker, the people of KwaZulu-Natal expect this budget to be managed with integrity. The NFP remains firm in its stance that corruption and wasteful expenditure must be eradicated. Funds allocated for service delivery must reach the intended beneficiaries, not disappear into irregular expenditure. Strengthen oversight.
Thank you so much, MEC.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable members, the next member from the MKP. Thank you, honourable members. The next member from the MKP, Honorable M.A. Dirks for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Good morning, Leader of the Mkonto Sizwe and the House Leader of the EFF, Honorable Twala. Good morning. Good morning, all members present. Good morning, members in the gallery. You see, Honorable Speaker, this is the problem. This is the problem. You see, we have a member that came here now, MEC. And this is the confusion of this GPU. That member came here and debated the budget that was presented by Honorable MEC. That's what that member was debating. I was listening, I was sitting down on the floor. And I'm listening to that member. The member is debating the budget that was being. She's not dealing with the adjustments. She's dealing with the budget that was the thing. And that is the confusion of this GPU. Honorable Speaker, you know, another issue that I want to raise, I only got 3 minutes left. You know, Honorable Speaker, when young people debate in the House, Honorable Sema is debating and she's having a dig at the Honorable Biela there. Honorable Biela is very capable of defending himself. He's a well-educated person. Honorable Sema is a very well-educated person too. When they debate young people, we must learn. We must learn. We must learn not to get. We must not get ends in our pants and want to jump up.
Honorable
and when young people debate, let them debate. Let them debate.
Can you please take your seats? Honorable Deputy Chief Whip, what rule do you rise on?
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I'm rising on Rule 60, and I'm going to ask if you can determine if what the Honourable Dirks is talking about is in fact relevant. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honourable Deputy Chief Whip. Honourable Dirks.
Okay, thank you very much.
Honourable Dirks, I haven't ruled. I do determine it to be quite irrelevant. Can you please debate on the substantive matter of the appropriation?
No, you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Honourable Speaker, fine, it's your ruling, but although I don't agree with this, your ruling and I'll respect it. It's fine, it's fine.
Thank you for respecting my ruling. You may continue.
Let us now move to the funding that we have received. You know, Honourable Speaker, from controversies where this is a bittersweet moment, and Honourable Madlope is correct. You know, some of these funds come from the Western Cape. Because, Honourable Speaker, it is Honourable Kikia's DA that continue doing this year in and year out, where they don't spend funding allocated to human settlements in the Western Cape. And our people are suffering in the Western Cape because they are failing to spend the things. And those people in the Western Cape are our people. You saw we have won a award last week there. It's our people. And our people are getting deprived by the very DA, and that because they don't spend that money. Now the money has come to us. It is a sweet moment, but it's also a bitter moment for us, because whilst we're going to receive that funding to assist our people, our other people in the Western Cape are suffering. So that is how we receive this funding. We'll support this bill and receive this funding, but with a heavy heart. It's a bittersweet moment for us. Now, coming to the issue of Honourable, through you, Madam Speaker, the Honourable de Klerk have raised issues here. He says that we have received this money because we have been effective and we have been spending all this. It's not true. It's not true. We are not an effective government. And unfortunate for me, I sit with de Klerk on the through you, Madam Speaker. I'm sitting with Honourable de Klerk on the committee of SCOPA. And it is the very same Honourable Clerk, when he gets into SCOPA, the MEC of health, of education, he lambasted that committee. He deals with the committee because, and the reasoning is valid. When he deals with them, he's correct. Because it's fruitful, wasteful expenditure. It's irregular expenditure in education. And then he deals with them there in the committee. But today he comes here, he says, no, we have received this money because we are effective. It's not correct. Madam Speaker, The honourable members learn not to speak with a forked tongue. Thank you very much.
So much. Thank you, honourable members. We have come to the end of the substantive debate. Honourable members, please can we settle? We have come to the end of the substantive debate. I call upon the MEC of Finance to respond for 5 minutes. Honourable Francois.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker, and thank you to all the members that contributed. Some made absolute sense, some made absolute nonsense out of this debate. But you know, when you're in a political party that it calls itself Faction A and Faction B, and you don't know who the chief whip is, and you don't know what bank account you need to supply the legislature to pay across your party funding, don't come here and politically grandstand. Honestly, don't come here and tell us the Western Cape. If you looked at the adjustment budget, obviously MK feels nothing for Gauteng. They lost 300 million rand. The Free State lost 50 million rand.
Honourable MEC, may you please take a seat? Yes, honourable member, what rule do you rise on? Honourable members, please.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
What rule do you rise on?
57, 1A, 4, 75, 1.
Yes, honourable member, you may proceed.
MEC Rogers usensigameni lithi nonsense alikho parliamentary ngicela ngidraw asikho shipping la kuthiwa khona nonsense.
Honourable member, I'm going to be inclined to disagree. Honourable MEC said sense and nonsense. He didn't say nonsense.
Madam Deputy Speaker.
Honourable members, please. Honourable members, please can I listen to the honourable member on the floor? Yes?
Now, if, Madam Speaker, if you are saying that, now if I say your ruling is nonsense, would you agree with me?
No, I wouldn't.
So,
but honourable member, this is not a debate between you and I. I've made a ruling. Please may you sit. Thank you so much.
No.
Honourable MEC, you may continue.
Pula mafiga, pula.
Honourable member. Honourable member.
Deputy Speaker.
Honourable member.
Deputy Speaker.
Honourable member. Honourable member. Honourable members, please may I continue? Honourable member. Honourable member, I cannot hear the honourable member on the floor.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, honourable member, I have made a
Yes,
ruling.
I'm saying thank you.
Your ruling is nonsense.
Honourable members, please, can we please be behaved in the house? Honourable members, please be seated. Please be seated, honourable member. I have made a ruling. Honourable MEC, please may you proceed to conclude your debate. Thank you. Your response?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. You see, this is the reality. Some people in this House contribute towards what's a vital bill and a debate. And some people just want to absolutely grandstand and try and steal the political limelight instead of dealing with the issues. Now, that's the reality. Now, you know, they say empty vessels make the most noise. Well, it's definitely on the left. I can hear the empty vessels.
You are an
You know,
empty
what the MK must tell
Members,
us.
please, can we please settle?
What the MK must tell us, and, you know, are we adults in a room discussing 200 million rand, or are we just here to vacillate and grandstand on certain issues?
Thank you, Honourable MEC. Honorable Kika, what rule do you rise on?
Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise on Rule 75(1).
Yes, Honorable Kika.
While the MEC was speaking and talking about empty vessels making the most noise, the Honorable Moyo from that side switched on his microphone and yelled out at the MEC that he is an empty vessel. The other members are now repeating that, and that is offensive, and they should withdraw it, or there should be consequences for it. I would request that you make a ruling in this regard.
Honorable members, can we please have order in the House? Honorable Deputy Chief Whip, please can I ask you to sit while I deal with the first matter? Thank you. Honorable Kika, you may rise. Thank you. I've heard your ruling and not ruling. I've heard, and I will refer it to Hansard, and we'll get back to the House in the next sitting. Thank you so much. Honorable Deputy Chief Whip, what rule do you rise on?
Thank you. I was rising on your Rule 61(1)(a). Unfortunately, I think that we are getting deliberately interrupted by the honourable member over there, and if you can please make a ruling on that. Thank you.
Thank you, honourable member. I will not. It is for a rule for me to do and for the person who is speaking, which is the MEC, and I'd like him to please return to the podium so he can continue his response. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. You know, my late mother taught me that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never harm you. So you can say exactly what you want to say. I'm here to do a job and to get a job done. Here's the reality, Madam Speaker and honourable members. We're debating about the additional allocation for human settlements and for education. There's another critical area that we're missing, and that is what Treasury is going to spend in the next budget on the e-procurement system and an internal audit on the Department of Education. Now, those have to be the most forward-thinking actions that any provincial treasury can take. We're not spending money on ourselves, we're spending money on systems in the provincial government that will ensure that there's effective spending and that there's regulated spending. Now, I hear members in the House from both sides saying, we're going to conduct oversight. Well, you shouldn't be telling us that. You should be doing that. That's why you paid over R1 million a year, is to actually do oversight. And your oversight is not in this House. It's outside of this House to ensure that this government of provincial unity is doing what it should do. But when you come here and you just make this noise about government and how government's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, let's see you on the ground. Come and show us where the problems are. Let's work together. As I said earlier, everybody in this room is an adult and a leader. What do the people out there think when we have this type of discussion around an important bill of additional allocation for funding? I just want to correct a few things too, Madam Speaker. And clearly, you know, some honourable members must do their homework before they come here and just make random comments. The National Minister did not cut any education or any health budget. In fact, I said it earlier, he allocated additional funding. Education is getting 29.1 billion additional funding. Health is getting 28.9 billion. He didn't say cut. Nobody said cut. That, again, shows you what this Treasury is doing, that we've already started the process to access our portion of that particular funding. So please, Madam Speaker, perhaps a little bit more capacity building among certain members, particularly when it comes to finance. You know, perhaps a 101 accountancy on how we get things done. But to end off, we welcome the additional allocation. We have a good relationship with National Treasury. We want to continue that relationship with National Treasury, and we want to maximize the money that we receive from National Treasury so that we can address poverty, inequality, and create jobs. Ndiyabulela Somlo.
Thank you so much, honourable members. We've come to the end of the debate. We will now proceed with the voting on the KZN Second Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025. I will go through the voting procedures, honourable members. Honourable members, as this is a hybrid sitting, Rule 2884 states that the presiding officer must expressly inform members prior to and at the start of the discussion on the matter the party votes will be taken. Members are therefore informed that for voting on the KZN Second Appropriation Bill 2025, voting will be conducted per party. We will now proceed with the voting on the KZN Second Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025. In terms of the Standing Rule 2412, after the debate has concluded, the question must be put on 1. The program within a vote, or where a vote comprises more than one program, on all programs within the votes combined, and therefore on the vote itself. 2, the schedule or schedules, and 3, the adjustment appropriation bill itself in that order. Honourable members, it is a virtual hybrid sitting, and members are reminded that the terms of Rule 2962E of the Standing Rules, the rules pertaining to divisions apply to virtual sittings. This includes hybrid sittings wherein part of the House is connected virtually. Therefore, there will be no divisions. There will be an allowance for recording of opposition on any program or vote. There will also be allowance for a declaration of a vote at the end of the debate. Honourable members, recording of an opposition. We have not received any request for a record of the opposition in terms of Rule 29.1 from any party. As there is no deadline for this request, parties may also feel free to do so. In accordance with past practice, all recordings of opposition will be dealt with immediately after the question has been put out on the particular program with the votes in which the party wishes to record its opposition. Honourable members, we have not received any request for the party for a declaration of vote to address the House for 3 minutes after the question on the entire bill has been put out. There is no deadline for the submission of such request. As is customary, I will, after the bill has been voted for, permit all parties to make a declaration of the vote in terms of Rule 91.2, if they wish to do so, starting with the IFP, then the ANC, then the DA, then the EFF, then the NFP, then the MK, in that order. Honourable members, I will then now please advise the Sergeant at Arms to ring the bells for 3 minutes. Party whips must ensure that there are no members to leave the chamber. Service officers now may resume to their positions at all entry points to ensure that no member enters after the bell has rung. Thank you, honourable members. Can we have the bell to ring for 5 minutes, please? 3 minutes, sorry. 3 minutes. Thank you so much, honourable members. Can we make sure that the doors are locked? Whoever's outside is outside. Thank you so much. We will proceed with the voting procedure. I will now go vote by vote and program by program without reading any out figures. Once the House has been voted on for each program, I will put the votes as a whole. Honourable members, I must indicate that it has been confirmed that only 3 votes are impacted by the second adjustment appropriation bill 2025. These are vote 5, education, vote 6, provincial treasury, vote 8, human settlements. All the other votes in the programs therein remain unchanged as voted upon by this House when the Adjustment Appropriation Act of 2024 was passed by this House in November last year. As all the other votes are not being amended, there is only a consider and vote upon the votes that have been changed, which is votes 6, 5, and 8. Voting will therefore be confirmed by these votes. As I indicated prior to the start of the debate, I will now go party by party to obtain the votes and therefore check if any member wishes to record an individual vote. We will start with votes 5. Those are with education, programs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll go party by party. IFP. Chief Whip. IFP. Honourable members, we are voting. IFP.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we have all present.
Pardon? Honourable members, please settle. We're in a voting procedure.
Can I just assist?
Honourable Gunene?
Can I just assist the IFP supports?
Thank you so much. ANC? Honourable members, please can you settle? We are in a voting procedure. Yes, Honourable.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The African National Congress supported this adjustment bill. Thank you.
Thank you. DA?
Madam Speaker, the Democratic Alliance supports.
Thank you. EFF?
Thank you. The EFF supports.
Thank you. NFP?
I support.
Honourable Speaker, I welcome the new member of the NFP. The National Freedom Party supports this appropriation bill in all the votes given.
Thank you, Honourable Shinga. MK?
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party supports the appropriation bill.
Thank you. Honourable members. Honourable Makubane, please. Honourable Duma, please. Members, I have the votes for all parties. Is there any member who wishes to express an individual vote that is different from their party vote or to abstain? If there is none, can I ask for the tally of the vote, Secretary?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For the record, members present, 79. 1 vacant seat, 72 physically present in the House and 7 connected virtually. Votes in favour 78, votes against no. The member presiding does not have a deliberative vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honourable members. I therefore formally declare the result of the vote as follows. In favors 78, votes against nil, abstentions nil. It is recorded that the programs are supported. Thank you. Members, for the sake of expediency, for the remainder of the programs and the votes, I will simply ask if there is any party that wishes to vote differently on how they have just voted. I trust that is okay with all political parties. Can the ayes just have it? Those in support of vote 5 as a whole, is there any party that wishes to vote differently to how they have voted? Is there further or any member that wishes to vote individually or to abstain? If not, then it will be recorded that the voting results are the same as that of the program in vote 5. It is recorded that the vote is supportive. Thank you, honourable members. Vote 6, Provincial Treasury. Those in support of program 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is there any party that wishes to vote differently to how they have just voted? Is there further any member that wishes to vote individually or to abstain? No. If not, then it will be recorded that the vote results are the same as was for the program in vote 5. It is then recorded that the program is supported. Those in support of vote 6 as a whole, is there any party that wishes to vote differently of how they have just voted? Is there further any member that wishes to vote individually or to abstain? Honourable members? If not, then it will be recorded that the voting results are the same as was for the program in vote 5. It is recorded that the vote is supported. Vote 8, Human Settlements. Those in support of program 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is there any party that wishes to vote differently to how they have just voted? Is there further any member that wishes to vote individually or to abstain? Honourable members? If not, then it will be recorded that the voting results are the same as was in the program in vote 5. Those in support of vote 8 as a whole, is there any party that wishes to vote differently to how they have just voted? Is there further any member that wishes to vote individually or to abstain? Honourable members? If not, then it will be recorded that the voting results are the same as was for the program in vote 5. It is recorded that the vote is supportive. That concludes voting on all the programs and the votes. We are now proceeding to voting on the schedule and on the bill itself. On the schedule and the bill, those in support of the schedule to the KZN Second Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025 and on the bill itself. Honourable members, I will go party by party. We'll start with the IFP.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The IFP supports.
Thank you so much. ANC. Can we please have assist?
Thanks, Honourable Speaker. The African National Congress supports.
Thank you. DA.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Democratic Alliance also supports.
Thank you. EFF. Can you stand and please put on the mic? The mic, please. It needs to be recorded, Honourable Twala. May Honourable Twala please be assisted? Order, Honourable members. Honourable Twala, you may proceed.
Thank you. The EFF support.
Thank you. NFP.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The NFP supports.
Thank you. MKP.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party supports the bill.
Thank you so much. Members, honourable members, I have the votes of all parties. Is there any member who wishes to express? Honourable members on the right. please. Members, I have the votes of all parties. Is there any member who wishes to express an individual vote that is different from their party vote or to abstain? If there is none, Secretary, can we have the tally of all votes?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members present 79, 72 physically present and 7 connected virtually. Votes in favor 78, votes against nil, abstentions nil. Member presiding does not have a deliberative vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Secretary. Honourable members, I therefore formally declare the results of the vote as follows. Votes in favor 78, votes against nil, abstentions nil. It is recorded that the KZN Second Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025 as a whole is supported. That concludes the voting on the bill. Secretary, please read the bill into record.
The KwaZulu-Natal Second Adjustments Appropriation Bill 2025.
Oh, that was quicker than I thought. Thank you so much. If parties request an opportunity to state reasons for their vote in terms of Rule 91.2, you're allowed 3 minutes. None. Thank you so much, honourable members. Therefore, the item on the order paper concerning the KZN Second Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2025 is concluded. Thank you so much, honourable members. We've come to the end of the order paper for today. Honourable members, we are here with announcements. Members are reminded that Provincial Treasury will brief all committees on the 2025-2026 MTF General Budget for KZN immediately after the adjournment of the House. The briefing will take place in the main chamber. Finally, if there's any other announcements by the Premier or reports before we adjourn, Honourable Premier, do you have any reports?
Thank you, Madam Speaker, Deputy Speaker, members of the legislature. I have no announcement.
Thank you so much, Honourable Premier Mpemba. I have a final announcement. The Chairperson Committee will table the Ilembe District TLTP close-out report. Thank you so much, honourable members. This brings us to the end of our sitting. Thank you so much for today. The House stands adjourned. Thank you.